Peter Dow, member of Vietnam Film Club. We are so honored to have you with us today as we come together to support the people of Ukraine during this challenging time. It is our privilege to welcome all of you from the Washington metropolitan area and other states, and most importantly, our very special friend from Ukraine, Professor Ludmila Chuchok. Thank you so much. And now I would like to introduce the MC for today's event. Please give a warm welcome to Mr. Trương Thanh Liêm.
Thank you so much for your introduction. Since how we have the oil mixing with the Vietnamese and Ukrainian people, so I prefer the format of the Vietnamese together with the English, and we kind of merge together and help the whole event go smoothly. Kính thưa quý vị, sự kiện ngày hôm nay diễn ra là nhờ ba tổ chức của người Việt Nam trong vùng của chúng ta. Đó là Việt Nam Film Club, Nhà Việt Nam, và đặc biệt là chúng ta được một nơi để chúng ta tổ chức nhờ vào hội thánh Tin Lành của mục sư Phan Đức Hiếu. Ladies and gentlemen, the event today we have, because we have the three organizations of Vietnamese around Washington, D.C. So it's a great honor for me to mention the three organizations, how they put together for the event today. First of all, we'd like to recognize Vietnam Film Club and the Vietnamese Literary Artistic Club. And also, last but not least, we have the place that we can have a concert today. Thank you, Pastor Phan Đức Hiếu. And as you know that, it's an opportunity, I would say the historical crossroad that the Vietnamese and the Ukrainians meet together today. We found one in Asia, the other one close to Europe. But the history make love together. We face the same challenge. In different time of the history, we face the same challenge. That's in Russia. So that make us together because we feel the pain of each other. So that pain, let us go blow to blows. And so when you say that music is the mutual language of mankind, không có một ngôn ngữ nào chúng ta có thể nói chung với nhau được ngoài ngôn ngữ âm nhạc. Và hôm nay chúng tôi rất hân hạnh chúng tôi dùng âm nhạc qua tài năng của người giáo sư đến từ Ukraine để chúng ta mang hai người đó bên nhau. Ladies and gentlemen, and in order to respect the event, in here we have three countries together. We have the United States of America, is a country that we are staying in. We have the Republic of Vietnam, is a country far away, 40 plus. And also we have our friend facing the same history, that is the Republic of Ukraine. So in order to respect that, I would like everybody stand up. And we have the flag ceremony of the three countries together. Chúng tôi xin mời quý vị trang trọng đứng lên để chúng ta làm chào quý vị của ba quốc gia. Và chúng ta sẽ hướng về màn hình. Chúng tôi đã có đầy đủ quốc ca của ba quốc gia. Ladies and gentlemen, please came to the video and then we respectfully salute the three national flag and the national anthem. Có lẽ là bây giờ chúng ta sẽ hướng tất cả những sự chú ý về cái nhân vật duy nhất đến từ nơi xa, và người này sẽ mang đến chúng ta những nét văn hóa, những tiết tấu âm nhạc mà đã một thời làm cho Việt Nam Film Club và đi qua Ukraine để gặp, đó là bà Lyudmila Teacher. Professor Luna. You got so many titles. I got a long list of many titles you have. You are concert pianist, you're educator, you are founder of the new train of the Power Park. Still up here also. Khán giả hôm nay dễ thương quá. Cái thường đó là có cần mời ra ngồi rồi mà dễ thương. So, I would like you to come here to say something about you. If you summarize just a few, that's something that you're proud of yourself and you want people here to remember you. Can you come, please?
Good afternoon, dear friends. I'm so happy to be among all of you among this nice, beautiful Vietnamese community. This is not my first time that I'm in the United States of America. I was invited one more time in 1990s, by Vietnamese composer Lee Quang Hoa. I've played the concerts in California and Texas. So I know some people from Vietnamese community. I know your hot hearts. First of all, thank you so much for your great support to my country, Ukraine, in this difficult time. As I'm not too strong in English, I've prepared my short speech, but I will be just reading it for you, okay? Dear ladies and gentlemen, today I stand before you with profound gratitude in my heart. I'm deeply touched by the unwavering support and solidarity you have shown for Ukraine during these challenging times. As we continue to face challenges, we draw strength from knowing that we are not alone in this struggle. Your support has given us hope, and your belief in our resilience pushes us forward. Ukrainians are really brave defenders, but every day Russian troops kill our people. As on the front line, as on the occupied territories, in the capital of Ukraine and around, many people are injured. They need hospitalization and recovery. Lots of us do not survive in such stressful conditions. People around me die from heart attacks, suicides, having psychological and mental problems. Besides, war burns millions of dollars every day. Humanity could invest these funds in the building of schools and theaters, in the fight for climate improvement, for instance. Our planet is facing an unprecedented climate crisis with rising temperatures, extreme weather events, pollution threatening ecosystems and human lives. We have a responsibility to act urgently and collectively to safeguard the environment for future generations. But instead, many countries are forced to arm themselves and help others to do this. Russia is an aggressor. Russia is a terrorist country. I urge you not to stop supporting Ukraine. If Ukraine falls one day, Russia will continue its invasion and share their propaganda in Europe, Asia, and Africa. This is my warning and request to all of you. Please stand with Ukraine until our victory. Let us remember that by standing together, we are stronger. Together we can overcome any obstacle and create a better future for all people around the world. I'm not a politician. I'm not a soldier, but I fight for my country, having a strong weapon in my hands. Music is my weapon. I feel my mission is not only to play fundraising concerts. I would love to share with people my thoughts, my feelings, my fears and warnings. I would love you to remember what our President Volodymyr Zelensky said. Your money is not charity. It's an investment in a global security and democracy that we handle in the most responsible way. Thank you. I'm here not only like as a concert pianist, as a professor of Kyiv State Music Lyceum. I'm here as a volunteer of Armed Forces of Ukraine and as a mother of Ukrainian defender. My son went to a war in March last year, so every moment I'm worried for him and for his friends. That's why I'm here, to send you my messages. Let's stay together until our victory.
Slava Ukraine.
Героям слава! Thank you so much for your support. Now I would love to present some gifts I've brought from Ukraine. Some of them I brought from the front line. I received them from the commanders of 2 brigades. Let's see one moment.
Some remark that I want to mention this moment. Because we talk about the loss, we talk about the people, we feel your pain. And also, you remember we have another friend in California. He's supposed to be here. He's supposed to be here, the professor, the composer, Levan Khoa. But all of a sudden, he got a minor accident and he cannot be here with us. But his heart will go out to you, to Ukraine people. Chúng tôi cũng nhân tiện nói về những khó khăn trước mắt vừa rồi để thông báo quý vị là chương trình hôm nay đáng lẽ có sự có mặt của giáo sư Lê Văn Khoa, nhưng mà đến giờ chót thì vì tuổi cao, giáo sư năm nay là 90 tuổi rồi, cho nên giáo sư đã bị trật và không thể có mặt hôm nay của chúng ta. Đó điều đáng tiếc. And nếu mà giáo sư có ngày hôm nay thì chúng ta sẽ được nhiều những cái tiết mục mà chúng tôi đã được thu xếp tại trận cáo lộ của quý vị. Now I can give it back to you, Linda. So you present.
Thank you so much. First of all, permit me to thank you to the pastor of this beautiful Vietnamese church. I met this human for the first time and I felt him like a Ukrainian man. All of you are not Vietnamese, you are just Ukrainian. I feel you, all of you like that. So, I would love to present him this shirt from my art project. Please come to us. I would love to present to you Mr. Phan Duc Yu. I'm from Vietnamese. You see this one, acts of art come from hearts. I stand with Ukraine. This is for you, my picture, and you can see my son on the next slide.
Thank you so much.
One more gift I've prepared to the president of Vietnamese Film Club, Mr. Chu Linh. Let me write what is means from Power of Art certificate of recognition presented to Mr. Chu Linh in appreciation of your exceptional contribution to the strength of international culture and diplomacy. Your efforts to support Ukraine in this difficult time are greatly appreciated by the Ukrainian people. Together, we can do the power of art to create a better, more peaceful world. It is free. Now I'm presenting you two flags I've brought from the front line. These flags are from two different brigades, are staying in Luhansk region and Donetsk region. Look at these flags. I'm presenting them to a president of Vietnamese Film Club, Mr. Chu Linh, and Afan, right? Look at these flags. Just look. One. Let's take one. This is from 111 Luhansk Brigade. You can see here. So you will take it for your film club. Okay? After our event, we wanted these flags should be in here. All of you should see these flags. Okay?
Xin nói chúc tiếng Việt mà hàng đầu, đứng hàng đầu trong cuộc chiến tranh tại Ukraine. Cô Ludmila Chichuk đã chọn được hai lá cờ này mà hai đơn vị đó đã gửi về cho cô, muốn gửi qua những người Việt Nam đã kháng khít với cái vấn đề mà gây quỹ cho Ukraine, đó là cộng đồng Việt Nam tại Hoa Thuyền Vốn và Việt Nam Film Club, trong đó có nhà Việt Nam nữa. Kính chào quý vị.
I have some gifts and awards for my Ukrainian friends who are volunteering all the time since the beginning of our war, since the 2014. First of all, permit me to present this just great award to Yulia Hershunska. This award arrived from Ministry of Defense, and it's signed by Minister of Defense of Ukraine, Reznikov. Yulia for your volunteering.
Слава Україні! Героям слава!
Here is a thank you letter to U.S. Ukrainian Activist Charity Foundation. I present this thank you letter to a volunteer Alexander Jahanov. Please come to me, Alexander, to have this gift. And you have also 2 flags from different brigades, from same brigades, and 1 gift from me.
Маша, пусти секунду. Юлечка, ой, Люд, можно? Ага. Так.
More gift must be presented to the President of United Help Ukraine Charity Foundation, Marina Baidu. Some words about this charity foundation. They are working as volunteers since 2014, and now this foundation is known as in Ukraine, as in America, as in other countries. This My Tour concert tour is sponsored by this organization. Later, during my concert, you will see on the screen logo and QR code of United Help Ukraine Charity Foundation. Followed by this QR code, you can see any information about this foundation. Also, you can find all information about my next concert. And now I invite Marina, because I brought to you a flag of 66th Brigade from Commander of 66th Brigade for your great support to their brigade.
And I know you all are here for her performance, so we're not going to say too many words, but I really want to thank you all for coming here today. Your support means a lot. Our organization, like Ludmila said, we started in 2014. Just a bunch of volunteers, 20 of us, decided that we can create an organization to support Ukraine because the war started then, in 2014. And we were small. And unfortunately in 2022, we all see what Russia can do. They can attack Ukrainian people, they can bomb civilians, they can kill children, women, and soldiers. And the devastation in Ukraine is horrendous. It will take years for Ukraine to rebuild. But right now, all of us, including Ludmila, including US Ukraine activists, including you and all people around the world who understand anything about democracy, about freedom, sovereignty, we all are working for one thing, for Ukraine to win. We do everything to make sure the victory is coming closer and closer to us. In our heart, all of us who are from Ukraine, in our heart, we feel the pain of mothers like Ludmila, whose son is at the front lines. And every day I know Ludmila is worried about him. And as a mother, I know how it feels. I know how we worry about our children. And knowing that her son is in danger every day, can be wounded or even worse, it makes us all to work harder, to do more, to raise money, to provide humanitarian aid, medical aid, in millions of dollars. And our organization can do it because of supporters like you. Because every single person here I know has Ukraine in his heart. You are Ukrainians, just like Ludmila said. You're not born Ukrainian, but we feel you because you are with us. You know our pain, you know our worries, and you really want to see Ukraine win. And here we are with this beautiful performance that you're going to see in a couple of minutes, waiting for it. We're waiting for the moment you hear Ukrainian songs and also Vietnamese songs, which are absolutely beautiful. What we want you to see is Ukrainian not in time of despair, not attacked by Russia, not on our knees. We're not on our knees. We're standing strong. We're standing against an aggressor. But we also want you to see, even though we're strong, we also Ukrainians have very rich culture, beautiful music, wonderful songs. We Ukrainians want to invite you to visit our country when the war is over, so you can experience it. You can hear the music, see beautiful mountains, wonderful cities, rivers. It's a gorgeous country that we invite you to come visit after the war. But now you can enjoy beautiful music that Lyudmila brought with her from Ukraine. So thank you all so much for your support, and I hope you continue supporting Ukrainians until the victory and later to rebuild beautiful and prosperous Ukraine. Thank you all so much. Thank you to Beautiful Music for coming here to the US with a great tour and very successful tour in California. So many people have seen her work. Then Chicago, Indianapolis, now here in DC, we get to enjoy Lyudmila's beautiful art. Power of art will win our hearts and will make the victory closer. So thank you, Lyudmila.
Now I will be playing first composition by Ukrainian composer Miroslav Skorik, Partita number 5. Some words about this composition. It includes 5 different pieces. Each piece has its character, its idea, like some moods, feelings, or historical moments. But the main idea is in the final of this composition. It looks like joyful music, but some brutal melodies are involved in this joyful music. This reminds me of my childhood, my Soviet Union childhood. Yeah, I was born in USSR, and I remember everything. When we had to look as one, to move as one, to follow by one idea, Communist Party idea. But as a result, from the years, we hate all these Communist Party ideas. Here, what says us this composition about? Let's try to listen to this. Music is hard enough, but please be patient and try to catch an idea. While I'm playing, my daughter Oksana will show you some pictures from Ukraine. You will see our beauty, our landscapes, our mountains, our rivers, our waves, our old charts from 11th century, and then you will see all that broken by Russian troops.
Professor Lyudmila, before you perform, I just recommend một người đại diện rất quan trọng cho cộng đồng Việt Nam từ Hoa Tịnh Đốn là chị Lava. Xin mời chị đứng lên cho mọi người cùng vỗ tay để chào đón chị. She's the Vice President of the Vietnamese community in Washington area. We recognize you. Thank you. Một sư Phan Đức Hiếu là một sư của Hội Thánh Tin Lành, giáo lý Cộng hòa Thành Đô. Xin mời sư có đôi lời.
Good afternoon. It's a great honor for me to welcome all of you here this afternoon and listen to beautiful, beautiful music. And but again, thank you so much for the gift that you present to me. That's so meaningful to me. I know that you have heard some remarks in English. I have some in Vietnamese. We'd like to talk with the Vietnamese American today. Tôi là sư Phan Đức Hiếu, bảo nhiệm Hội Thánh Tin Lành Giáo lý Việt Mỹ. Xin hân hoan chào mừng quý lãnh đạo cộng đồng, các bậc trưởng thượng, quý đồng hương cùng quan khách đến tham dự buổi biểu diễn piano để gây quỹ cho các nạn nhân chiến tranh tại Ukraine. Kính thưa quý vị, như quý vị biết, từ ngày 24 tháng 2 năm 2022, Nga đã bắt đầu cuộc chiến tranh xâm lược Ukraine, mang đến biết bao nhiêu sự chết chóc, thương vong cho những người dân tại Ukraine. Theo một tài liệu cho biết thì tính đến nay thì có trên 60.000 người đã thiệt mạng, trên 60.000 người khác bị thương, hàng chục triệu người phải bị di tản và có trên 140.000 building đã bị phá hủy. Những thành phố tuyệt đẹp và an lành như quý vị thấy ở trên những cái video, những hình ảnh ở trên TV đây, phút chốc đã trở thành chuyện. Tôi nhớ có lần Tổng thống Ukraine có cuộc nói chuyện với Quốc hội Hoa Kỳ và ông ví sánh những điều đang xảy ra tại Ukraine giống như những điều đã xảy ra trong biến cố trận Trân Châu Cảng hay là vụ khủng bố 9/11 xảy ra tại New York. Điều đáng nói là trận Trân Châu Cảng hay là vụ khủng bố 9/11 chỉ xảy ra trong một thời gian ngắn, nhưng có lẽ người dân Mỹ sẽ không bao giờ quên được 2 lần bị tấn công như thế này. Nhưng mà riêng tại Ukraine thì cuộc chiến tranh đã kéo dài hơn 1 năm rồi, nó đúng hơn là gần 5 năm, và không ai biết khi nào cuộc chiến tranh này nó sẽ kết thúc. Và có lẽ hơn ai hết, những người Việt, chúng ta là những người Việt sống tại hải ngoại này, chúng ta một phần nào hiểu được sự đau khổ mất mát của những người dân tại Ukraine, bởi vì chúng ta cũng đã từng trải qua cuộc chiến tranh tương tự như vậy khi cộng sản Bắc Việt vào xâm chiếm miền Nam. Vì thế buổi chiều ngày hôm nay chúng ta đến đây không phải chỉ để nghe những bài piano tuyệt vời, mặc dù là như vậy, nhưng mà chúng ta đến đây để bày tỏ lòng cảm thông, và trên hết chúng ta góp một bàn tay của chúng ta để giúp đỡ cho những nạn nhân của chiến tranh tại Ukraine. Chúng ta cầu nguyện để cuộc chiến tranh này sớm chấm dứt, để cho tất cả những người dân Ukraine được trở về cuộc sống bình thường. Và nhân dịp đây tôi xin thay mặt cho Thánh Chúa tại đây cũng gửi đến một món quà, đó là cái check. Đây là tấm lòng của Thánh của chúng tôi muốn gửi đến những người dân tại Ukraine. Xin Chúa ban phước lợi cho tất cả quý vị và xin cho buổi hòa nhạc ngày hôm nay, buổi biểu diễn piano ngày hôm nay thành công. Và tôi mong rằng mỗi người chúng ta cũng sẽ chẳng những mở rộng tấm lòng, nhưng mà cũng mở rộng túi tiền của chúng ta nữa. On behalf of my church, we would like to have a check to support for the people at Ukraine. I hope that all of us not just come here to listen to music, but to open our heart, our wallet, to support for the people of Ukraine. Thank you so much.
Ukrainian folk songs. Some words about the songs. They are very old. They are just known in Ukraine since 16th and 17th century. I've heard myself these songs from my grandparents and parents, and we are singing all these songs in Ukraine. Of course, we know all of them. The lyrics are different from heroic to maybe funny or sometimes ridiculous. While I am playing, you will see on the screen some Ukrainian photographs made by Ukrainian photographer and ethnographer Anna Sey. Anna retrieved Ukrainian traditional cloth, old cloths from 17th century. You will see as well our landscapes, old buildings, and of course Ukrainian characters.
So you have a 4 fossil, one more. Wow. So the first 2 together. Cái thông tin bây giờ chúng tôi xin mời đại diện của Việt Nam Film Club có đôi lời. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce the representative of the Vietnam Film Club to say some remarks. Xin mời chị Trần Văn An.
Thưa quý vị, không hiểu là quý vị nghĩ sao khi nhìn những cái tấm ảnh của đất nước Ukraine bị tàn phá. Đối với Bình An thì nhớ tới những lời hát của nhạc sĩ Anh Việt Thu. Tổ quốc vẫn khăn tang mây treo phủ đầu, trên xóm làng, trên thị trấn thân yêu. Xin cho phép Bình An được gửi đôi lời bằng tiếng Anh. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Trịnh Bình An, representing the Vietnam Film Club, a non-profit organization specialized in producing documentary films. This is the first time Vietnam Film Club is organizing a fundraiser. However, it's not a fundraiser for the Vietnamese community, but for unfortunate friends from a faraway country, Ukraine. Over the years, Vietnam Youth Club has had the privilege of visiting Ukraine twice to make 2 documentary films, The Song of Vietnam and Living Hoa, A Lifetime of Music, of Arts, I'm sorry. Through these projects, we have built strong connection with Ukrainian musicians, conductors, music professors, and researchers. Today, we are honored to have Professor of Music Ludmila Chichuk and her daughter Roxana here with us. Roxana, there is a unique connection between Ukraine and Vietnam, particularly for those who lived in South Vietnam before 1975. South Vietnam endured a defensive war against communist invasion for over 2 decades, ultimately resulting in our refuge in the United States. Presently, Ukraine is undergoing a comparable struggle, defending itself against Russian invasion. Their courageous fight requires the support of the international community. As Vietnamese, we are standing here today to offer our support. In our hearts, we are connecting with the struggles of Ukrainian war victims. Ludmila's art and our love join force to ease their burdens. Thank you all for joining us in this meaningful fundraiser to support the war victims of Ukraine. Pani I Panau, Diakuyus Kusvis Tusnami.
Your great words of support to Ukrainians. It was so amazing to say some words in Ukrainian. Thank you so much, really. And you know, my heart every minute we dance back to the front line where our soldiers are fighting for our freedom and independence. And now I would love you to listen to a poetry of Ukrainian writer and poet and defender, Boris Homenyuk. Boris Homenyuk wrote this poetry to be on the front line in the Donetsk region in far 2014. When Russia had invaded when it was full-scale invasion, Russia's invasion in 2022, Boris Homenyuk went on the front line. Unfortunately, since the December of last year, we do not know about him anything. We are hoping that he may be captured by Russian troops and he is alive. I will be reading his poetry, A Destiny. Today, we are digging the earth again. This hateful Donetsk earth, this stale, petrified earth, we press ourselves into it, we hide in it, still alive. We hide behind it, sit silently in it, like little children behind their mother's back. We hear its heart beating, its very breath. We are warm and comfortable, still alive. Tomorrow we will die. Maybe some of us, maybe all of us. Don't take us from the earth. Don't tear us away from our mother. Don't gather our remains from the field. Don't try to put us back together again. And we beg you, don't erect crosses, monuments, or memorial slabs. We don't need them, because it isn't for us. You erect these monuments for yourselves. Don't engrave our names. Simply remember, on this field, in this earth, Ukrainian soldiers lie, and that is all. Don't return us to our parents. We don't want them to see us like this. Let our parents remember us children, bloody little boys with bleed shots and bruised knees, with failing marks on their report cards, with shirts crammed with apples from the neighbor's orchard. Let our parents believe that we'll return one day, that we are somewhere. Don't return us to our wives. Let's remember anything, as men were loved by women who belonged to their wives alone. Let them remember our warm kisses, our loving embraces. Don't let them touch our cold foreheads, our cold lips. Don't return us to our children. Let our children remember our kind eyes, our kind smiles, our kind hands. In these trenches, today our temporary homes, tomorrow our graves bury us. We don't need theologies. In the silence that follows battle, they always seem odd, like punching a dead soldier, then ordering him to his feet. We don't need funerals. We know where our place is. Simply cover us with earth and move on. It would be nice if there was a field where rice swaying, a lark flies overhead, and the sky, the endless sky. Can you imagine the grainy field where warriors are lying will yet? To remember us, eat the grain from the field where we lay down our lives. It would be good if there were meadows and many flowers, and beyond each flower, and lovers who come in the evening to be breeze, to make love till dawn and during the day. Let new parents bring their children. Don't keep children from coming to us. But this will be tomorrow. Today, we are still digging the earth. This cherished Ukrainian earth, this sweet, gentle earth. And with a soldier's spade, we write as one on its body the last Ukrainian poem of the last poets left alive. Thank you.
Slava Jurani! Slava Jurani! Slava Jurani!
Thank you so much. This is really great. You are Ukrainians, guys. Thank you so much. Now I will play a melody by Ukrainian composer Miroslav Skory. He wrote this melody for a documentary film. Film is about Ukrainian defenders of the beginning of 20th century. I would love to dedicate this music to all victims of communist regime in all